Hi, how's it going? Ali here. I'm introducing a Unreal Tournament mutator, which is actually a kind of a vehicle. The hoverboard. Well, actually, it's called the Strafeboard, which is a hoverboard. It includes some kind of Quake-like strafe abilities to gain speed. So let me just quickly tell you how the mutator works. If you add this mutator to any game, every player will have the hoverboard. You activate it with the translocator key that you set in the menu. If it's CTF or another game type with the translocator kind of built into it as default inventory, then that will be replaced with the hoverboard, so you won't have a translocator. Okay. So now how the actual hoverboard works. Okay, so press your translocator key and you activate the hoverboard. So I'm actually going to put it in behind view so you can kind of see what's happening. So there is the hoverboard, which is a prototype mesh. So you're above the ground, you get a little jump. The jump it's all very physics based. So if you jump while you're going down, you don't get much of a lift. You jump when you're already kind of on the ground or getting some upper momentum, and you do get a large lift. So that's how the jump works. Let's talk about the strafe jump. Not jump. Strafing speed building mechanic. So it's not kind of exactly how Quake works. That's kind of built into the engine, very complex. There's no way I could have kind of mirrored or implemented that. So what happens is if you are holding strafe and also moving your mouse in the direction of the strafe button you're holding, so that what's actually happened is when the character's momentum, for example going forwards, is different from the character's aim. So if I am going forwards with some speed and then I aim to the side, there's now a difference between where I'm aiming and where my character is going. So when you're doing that at the same time as pressing strafe in that direction, you get a little bit of a speed boost, like so. So that's kind of like, I guess it's almost like a little mini game. The idea is that this is actually a good map to do it on because you can see you get these great ramp jumps happening. So if you jump normally, like in a normal, you get almost nothing. It's just with the same amount of jump on a ramp can really kind of get you around. So there's a bit of a skill ceiling in terms of how you use it, jump as well. What else to explain? If you are using this in Blitz, for example, I'm going to put this back into first person view. Now if you're using this in Blitz and you pick up a flag, you'll go back to normal movement. You drop the if you engage the hoverboard again, you drop the flag, and the same thing in capture the flag. So you can't use it as a flag runner, and that of course is because this would be quite overpowered for a flag runner. To be doing this kind of thing, games would be kind of ridiculous. So if you jump before you hit a slope, that's a good way to do lots of little trick jumps. Hopefully not too problematic in terms of maps are designed for normal UT4 movement, but not really, because like these maps are designed with translocator in mind, so any way you can do this, you could potentially translocate to anyway. Blitz may be different, but the idea of this type of thing in Blitz is that it would just help players basically get back into the action in a kind of more of a fun way. With lots of little fun jumps to do. You're not going to use this. Although you do have a weapon, if you use this in combat, you're going to be at a bit of a disadvantage because you're going to be very easy to track. You'll be going faster, which means it'll make it harder to hit people. Strafing is very not responsive because you're using air control only. So you can use it in combat if you want to, but it's not going to be. You're not going to get too far, really. So So I decided to leave the weapons out, just because, you know, it is kind of fun to do a bit of drive-by kind of spam, I guess. You're not gonna, maybe just a bit of defensive rocket play. I don't know. In Capture the Flag, if you have the translocator out, you don't have other weapons out. But anyway, we'll see. I think in Unreal Tournament 3, the hoverboard let you shoot the enforcer only. I'm not too sure. It was also in third person. I just think with this strafe mechanic, I think it's going to be much more fun in first person. You can actually make that jump to the flag as well if you, but it's not too easy. Now I'll just tell you how the volume. There's a couple of noises that you can hear. One is like a wind sound, and that's just directly direct feedback for how fast you're going. The other is like a synth-like sound, and that is some feedback on how much your strafing is giving you a boost. So, you know, it's irrespective of how fast you're going. So let me just turn them up so you can kind of hear them. If I can hit this button. Okay, let me just get into a window. Okay, now I can probably hit this. No. That's weird. Sorry, I'm just trying to set the volume, but can't seem to access my menu. No idea why. I wonder if it's something to do with... it's possibly something to do with the... Oh, let me just quickly... Down in the bottom left corner, you can actually see your speed. There's a little speedo as well. Okay, so it's actually a bug that I've got to fix, whereas if you have... obviously the widget for the speed thing was taking focus, so I couldn't press anything. So I have to fix that one. Anyway, let me just quickly turn up the audio, and you can see how those sounds work.
Seven, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. First half completed.